Hi, Lao Tzu is here with me. We want to talk to you very briefly about some of the political thought, um, or so it seems, in the Dao De Jing. So I'm going to try and share my screen. Hope you can see this now. This is a little presentation called the Dao De Jing on Virtue and Politics. Lao Tzu, I'm going to move you over here for a minute so I can situate myself a little better. Thank you. So let's get started. This is from chapter 46. You'll notice that there's a variation translation on either side. There are about 100 translations easily available in English, and it's worth tracking down as many as you can because they vary greatly, especially if you don't have the facility with the language. It's very helpful to see how different people who do have understood this rather difficult to interpret text. These passages, however, seem to me to be relatively clear. Perhaps I misunderstand them. Perhaps that's what that means. But let me run through just a few of these and see if you don't get a sense, as I do, that what we're looking at here is, among other things, advice about how we should live when it comes to our relationships with other people, and particularly how we should relate to the government. Okay, so this first one is from a chapter called Horses, subtitled Horses, chapter 46, and this is the entirety of it. I'll read just the translation on the left. When a nation follows the way, that's the Tao, right? When a nation follows the way, horses bear manure through its fields. When a nation ignores the way of the Tao, horses bear soldiers through the streets. There's no greater mistake than following desire. There's no greater disaster than forgetting contentment. There's no greater sickness than seeking attainment. The one who is content to satisfy his needs finds that contentment endures. Let's move on. Difficult Paths is the subtitle for chapter 53. With but a small understanding, one may follow the way, the Tao, like a main road, fearing only to leave it. Following a main road is easy, yet people delight in difficult paths. When palaces are kept up, fields are left to weeds and granaries empty. Wearing fine clothes and bearing sharp swords, and glutting with food and drink, hoarding wealth and possessions, these are the ways of theft and far from the Tao. How to conquer with inaction. Chapter 57. Inaction is a translation of the phrase wu wei, non-action, or acting spontaneously without alienation, might be another way to understand it. It's a central virtue in Taoism. So here we see how that might be applied to governance itself. Do not control the people with laws, nor violence, nor espionage, but conquer them with inaction, wu wei. For the more morals and taboos there are, the more cruelty afflicts people. The more knives, swords there are, the more factions divide people. The more arts and skills there are, the more change makes people obsolete. And the more laws and taxes there are, the more theft corrupts people. Yet take no action, and the people nurture each other. Make no laws, and the people deal fairly with each other. When no interest, and the people cooperate with each other. Express no desire, and the people harmonize with each other. Think about that one too. Yeah. Some might think that's naive. Compassion, another fine virtue, not restricted to Taoism, but certainly one of the three most important virtues in Taoism. Chapter 68. Compassion is the finest weapon and best defense. If you would establish harmony, Compassion must surround you like a fortress. Therefore, a good soldier does not inspire fear. A good fighter does not display aggression. A good conqueror does not engage in battle. And a good leader does not exercise authority. This is the value of unimportance. This is how to win the cooperation of others. This is how to build the same harmony that is in nature. Take that, Sun Tzu. Limitation, chapter 71. Who recognizes his limitations is healthy. Who ignores his limitations is sick. The sage recognizes this sickness as a limitation and so becomes immune. Chapter 77, Need. Is the action of nature not unlike drawing a bow? What is higher is pulled down, and what is lower is raised up. What is taller is shortened, and what is thinner is broadened. Nature's motion decreases those who have more than they need and increases those who need more than they have. It is not so with man. Man decreases those who need more than they have and increases those who have more than they need. To give away what you do not need is to follow the way. So the sage gives without expectation, accomplishes without claiming credit, and has no desire for ostentation. Let that be the lesson for today. Thank you.